Hello, my name is Mandio Lastra, and my teammate is Malcolm Machin. Our product owner is Mr. Juan Carballo, and today we're here to talk to you about the Collaborative Platform version 6. The Collaborative Platform is a web application that allows students, known as mentees, to interact with mentors. These can be personal mentors, project mentors, or domain mentors. These interactions is through tickets, which are entered into the system by students, or by a live video conference, which any users can schedule as well as invite others. The collaborative platform was implemented because students lack a reliable source for answering questions related to their classes or projects in a timely manner. Students rely on several sources that are often unreliable, inaccurate, and incomplete. There also exists a difficulty matching the right subject matter expert to the right question. Finally, professionals in the field lack an accessible way of being able to mentor other students. The current system faces several problems. When it comes to the collaborative tools, users experience a synchronization problem when joining a video conference, basically requiring all the users to be present before the conference starts. Also, the interaction between the users and the collaborative tools is not very clear and can be cumbersome at times. Finally, the video conference module lacks basic functionalities, and that is something that will be addressed in this iteration of the project. In order to address these problems, users are going to be able to join a video conference after it has already started, or they can choose to join before the conference room has been opened, in which case the system will alert them that the meeting organizer has not arrived. Once the meeting organizer opens the room, they will be automatically joined. Also, some of the features of the collaborative tools will be changed in order to make users' interaction with the system a lot easier and more convenient. Finally, I'll provide users with new features, such as second screen for screen sharing, a new chat, and a couple of others that will greatly improve the user's experience.
The list of problems and solutions that I covered over this semester are thus. The list of domain mentors have to be populated by the administrator, meaning that there's a certain domains that you can sign up to be a subject matter expert on. And the only domains that you can select are ones that have been created by the administrator. Now, for my solution is that prospective mentors can suggest their area of expertise as a new domain. Questions can be assigned to mentors who are out of office. A mentor can set up their email address to send out out-of-office replies. If they are out of office, they are most likely not answering the questions that are assigned to them. Thus, my solution is to track mentors who are out of office by receiving their emails and stop assigning questions to them. Questions stay assigned indefinitely regardless of priority, meaning that no matter what the mentee has selected as their priority of the ticket, being high, medium, or low, the question will stay in the mentor's assigned box indefinitely without any kind of comment or activity from the mentor. The system will now look for tickets that have run out of time and assign them to new mentors. Questions are not assigned evenly, meaning that the first mentor in the queue will be assigned a question over and over and over again until their max tickets has been reached, and then it will finally move on to the next mentor. My solution to this is to assign questions to mentors using round robin. An overarching problem of the system is that the same question may be asked over and over again by different mentees. My proposed solution to this is to allow any user to look up old questions, meaning any question that has already been answered, the user can search for and find a possible solution for. And lastly, the mentor has to try to find the question in their queue when they receive it. When a mentor is assigned a question, they receive an email notifying them that they have been assigned a question. Beforehand, it contained no information of the ticket. Now the information of the ticket is sent to them as well as a link, so they can immediately go to the ticket and start working on it.
For the previously mentioned solutions, we're proposing the following project plan. We'll be using the Scrum methodology, providing a fully functional piece of software at the end of each sprint. Documentation is going to be provided, and software testing is going to be performed at the end of each sprint. These are the user stories that I worked on during this summer. The first one is allow users to turn the webcam on and off. There were several bugs in the system. One of them was users were not able to register on their own, and the other one was users were not able to use the forgot password option in case they did forget their password. Also allow users registered by an administrator to change their password. Users that were registered by an administrator were not given this option to change the randomly generated password that they were provided with at the beginning when they were registered by the administrator. The other user story was allow users to edit a video conference information, allow users to join a conference without synchronization problems, provide user with a second screen sharing window, allow users to have a robust video conference room, provide users with a chat feature, allow users to join a conference and receive both screens if being shared, allow users to invite others by name when creating or editing a conference, allow users to access past and canceled video conferences, and also improve usability of the system.
These are the user stories that I worked on. Do not auto-assign tickets to unavailable mentors. Send an email to the mentor signifying their unavailable status. Mentors on the list are selected by round robin and domain. Tickets are reassigned after a set time of no mentor response. There was a bug. The tickets cannot have an uploaded file. Set mentors as unavailable upon receiving an out-of-office reply. Reassign tickets that were assigned to an unavailable mentor. Allow mentors to reject a ticket from their email. Allow the system admin to set and change reassign rules. Set information of the ticket through email. Emails sent through the system are validated. This was a bug created by previous implementation of the system. Essentially, there needed to be a private email server that I had to set up. Allow mentors to remove themselves from the away list. Allow the system administrator to manage away mentors. Allow system administrator to add to away list using the user's name and autocomplete. There was a bug in the system that personal mentors were not being registered correctly. Improve usability of the system.
Here we can see the use case diagram for the collaborative tools. We can see all the different functionalities that a user has and how they're related to each other. For example, join a video conference. Once a user joins, they're able to use the whiteboard, invite more users, turn the webcam on and off, share the primary screen, and also share their secondary screen. Users can also schedule video conference ahead of time, schedule a video conference from Ticket. They can accept or reject a video conference. They can edit a video conference as well and cancel a video conference.
The use cases that I developed were, first off, the ones that were accessible by the automatic system cron tab, which are the email listener and the priority ticket handler. The email listener is the one that searches for tickets that have been sent to the system with the out-of-office signifiers. The priority ticket handler is the system that finds tickets that have run out of time and reassigns them to new mentors. Both of those rely on the admin use case of update reassign rules. The admin is able to change some of the rulings that the automatic system uses to determine who and where to reassign the ticket to. The user is able to create a new domain suggestion, which the admin then has to either reject or accept. The user is also able to remove themselves from the away mentor list via their home page. They are also able to reject a ticket through their email. The admin is lastly able to create an away mentor on the away mentor table using the user's name and with the added help of autocomplete.
Here I want to talk to you about two of the sequence diagrams that apply to the collaborative tools. The first one is the share screen sequence diagram. A precondition for this use case is that at least two users have to be on a conference in order for them to share a screen. The user will click on share screen. This will initiate a plugin, the screen capturing plugin, which will give the user an option to select from different windows that are opened or different monitors that the user might have. Once the user selects the screen to be shared, this will this will be shared among all users inside the conference. The use case ends when the user selects to stop sharing the screen, and this will cause the video stream to be stopped for that screen. And the second sequence diagram I want to talk to you about is the edit video conference. Here, the precondition will be the, the user has created a video conference because only the creator of the conference is going to be able to edit it. So in this case, the user will click on the middle link to the video conference and will click on edit video conference. Once he edits the video conference, he will be provided with the same options as he was when he created the conference. So he's going to be able to change the subject, the notes, the date and time. He will also be able to invite more users to the conference. Once he clicks on submit, the system is going to validate the information entered. If it is valid, it will proceed. If it is not valid, it will throw an error and ask the user for input, for good input. So if it validates, it will save the conference, the record in the database, and it will also send an update email to the users that were invited. If the user was already invited, it will say the update email. If the user is being invited for the first time, it's gonna send a new email notification telling them that the moderator has invited them to a conference.
The first sequence diagram I wish to present is the one for the email listener. First, the cron tab initiates it by calling the email listener function, which then gets all the email files from the postfix Dropbox, which then returns all the new emails. It then calls its own system and detects an out-of-office message. If the out-of-office message is true, it tries to find the user with the email if it's on Away Mentor. If it is, then it skips it. If it's not, it goes to get the user with the email. It then calls the new function set as away, which the first step it would be to insert the user into Away Mentor. Upon success, it will get the tickets assigned to the user after a set amount of time, which is set by the Reassign rules. It then gets all those tickets. Then it goes for each ticket, it gets a new mentor, which the system then returns to domain mentors. It then sets the ticket assigned to the ticket's assigned mentor to the new mentor. Then it inserts that new ticket event with the reassign event type old mentor new mentor. It then sends the ticket reassignment email to the new mentor using the priority and the SMTP send. And then it will keep doing that for each email. Once it has done that for each email, it sends the compiled list of subjects to the old mentor saying that these emails have been reassigned. If it is a back in office message, a bio message, it will detect it and then remove that mentor from the away mentor list. And then after it is compiled that for each email, it deletes the email, and then after that, it removes users from the away mentor list that have been longer than reassign rules. The second sequence diagram I wish to present is the one where the user is able to reject a ticket through their email. The user, when they receive an email, is presented with a link. When they click that email, it loads up the view reject, which calls up the action reject in the ticket controller, which then loads the model to get the ticket from the model ticket. It then gets the current user ID from the model user, which returns the user ID. It then compares the ticket assigned user ID with the user ID that it just returned. If it's true, then it finds the reassign rule required and finds the all the reassigns that have currently been done in the system. If there's been more reassigns done in the system than the reassign rule, it assigns it to the mentor. If not, to the system administrator. If not, it finds a new mentor. Which it loads puts the new mentor into the new assigned mentor, saves it. It then sends an email to the old mentor saying that this has been reassigned, and then sends an email to the new mentor that you have a new assigned ticket. As you can see, else if it's been more than reassigned rules, it saves it to the system administrator, and then sends the ticket to the reassigned old mentor. If the person that tries to view this reject ticket is not the assigned user ID, it just reloads their home page.
For the architecture of our system, we're using the YI framework. It's an MVC framework, model view controller. The model represents the data and does nothing else. The model does not depend on the controller or the view. The view displays the model data and sends user actions, for example, button clicks, to the controller. Finally, the controller provides model data to the view and interprets users' actions such as button clicks. The controller depends on the view and the model.
For our system to run in the system deployment, our minimum hardware is a processor that at least has 1.6 gigahertz, has at least 256 megabytes of RAM, and the CPU out model is 32-bit. The minimum software requirements is the MySQL 5.5 for the database server. We are using Apache 2.0 for our web server. We are using PHP 5.5 for the server-side scripting, and the system requirements either Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. This is the section of the ELR diagram that is relevant to our new implementation. Mainly for the video conferences have VC invitations, which are all related to the user. The subdomain and domain are created when the domain suggestion is accepted. The subdomain and domain are then related to user domain, which has a subdomain and domain object. The domain suggestion has a user ID, which is the creator of the user ID. The away mentor only has a user ID and a timestamp. It is only being used to present what user is on the away mentor list to the administrator. Tickets have priority, which is used for the priority elapsed time. The ticket event and event type are used to see how many reassigns there has been. Comments are used to determine whether or not there has been progress, which is related to event type. And the user domain has subdomain and domain. And the reassign rules is a separate table that is not linked to any other table. It is specifically just being used to hold the data of the reassign rules that is being able to be changed by the system administrator. For security and privacy, we are using YI's access control rules, YI's cross-site scripting prevention. We are using password hashing, and we are using a secure registration process. This is the minimal class diagram that is related to some of the stuff that I was able to implement. First off, the priority controller allows the system administrator to be able to change some of the priority hours for ticket reassignment. The away mentor controller has the ability to use autocomplete to find the user's name to ease the access of the administrator, adding a user to the away mentor list. The reassign rules controller, as previously stated, is being used, and its model is being used to set up rules for the automated system to use. And the domain suggestion controller is able to create a new type of object, the domain suggestion, which when the admin view is called and then either accepted or rejected, it creates a either domain or subdomain of a domain. To further explain the algorithm behind the email listener, I will present it here. First, it collects all the emails sent to the system. Then it checks each email for out-of-office qualifiers. If an email has an out-of-office qualifier, it finds the user with the emails from address. If the user is already on the away mentor list, it deletes the email and skips on. If the email is attached to a user, add that user to the away mentor table. Then it finds all the tickets assigned to within the reassign rules hours. Then for each ticket, append the ticket's subject to the subject string, find a new appropriate mentor, assign the ticket to the new mentor, email the new mentor, and record the ticket event. At the end of that, it emails the out of office mentor their tickets that have been reassigned and notifies them of being away.
So here's an algorithm for one of the main functionalities that I implemented, which is the share both screens algorithm. Um, in this case, like I mentioned before, at least two users will have to be inside a conference. User one will click on share, screen sharing, share screen, and then we'll select the screen to be shared. Now the system will check whether the right screen is being shared or not. So if it is not being shared, it will send a message containing the stream ID to all the users on the conference. And it would also share the screen on the right. In this case, let's say nobody is sharing the screen, so this screen is going to be shared on the right, which is going to make user one the presenter for the video conference. Then user two will click on screen sharing, share a screen, and will also select the screen he or she would like to share. The system would again check if the right screen is being shared or not. In this case, it is being shared by user one, so it will go to else statement and it will automatically share the screen on the left. Here you can see two use cases related to the collaborative tools. The use case on the left is testing for when a moderator can edit a conference. So the user will go in to the conference that he or she would like to edit. We'll click on edit conference. We'll modify the necessary data. So in this case, I use a subject in regression testing. The data was 5th, time 11 a.m. MVT last Ramandil, MVT2 mentioned Michael. In this case, the expected output is that the system will return a message saying the invitations have been successfully sent, and the actual output for this test case was the invitations have been successfully sent. The test case on the right is a rainy test case. It is testing for when you try to invite someone that's not registered in your system. So in this case, again, the moderator will go into the conference that to be edited. We'll make any necessary changes. Again, the test data we used, it's subject integration testing, date August 5th, time 11 a.m. And invitee, it's John Smith. Now the expected result here, it's Smith John does not appear in the records because John Smith is not registered with the system. And in fact, the actual output is Smith John does not appear in the records. So both of these test cases passed.
Here is the sunny day and rainy day test cases for the reject ticket use case. The sunny day is the link in the email will cause the ticket to be reassigned. That's the objective. The preconditions are the ticket has been assigned to a mentor and an email has been sent out to the mentor informing them of the ticket. The first off is that the mentor is able to view the email and then he clicks on the reject ticket link in the email. When he clicks on that link, if he is not already logged in, he will then log into the system. For this test case, I used the username a test mentor and the password. The page displays your ticket has been rejected. It is the expected result. The actual output was the page displays that your ticket has been rejected. For the rainy day, the link in the email will not cause the ticket to be reassigned if logged into the wrong account. First off, the ticket is assigned to the mentor. An email has been sent out to the mentor informing them of the ticket are the preconditions. The steps to click on the reject ticket link in the email, and then secondly, log into the account of the wrong user. The test data for this case was a test mentee password, originally assigning the ticket to a test mentor. The expected result is the page displays the user's homepage, and the ticket is not reassigned. The actual output was the page displays the user's homepage, and the ticket was not reassigned.
Hello, so now I want to give you a quick demo of the different features that were implemented during the summer regarding the collaborative tools. I'm going to log in first. Okay, so this is the user's homepage. I'm going to go to my video conference here in the navigation bar. And these are basically the upcoming meetings that I have, as well as today's meetings, which I don't have any. I'm going to go ahead and create a video conference. Just call it test for now. I'm going to schedule it for later. I'll say August 3rd. Time, I just put 10 a.m. Notes, this is a demo, and I'm going to invite user 1. This is one of the new features we implemented, which is, users no longer have to remember email addresses. So now you just type, for example, M, and you get all the names containing that letter. And as you type, it will refine the list. So I'll invite user 1, create. And this is the conference has been created. So we added it to the feature video conferences. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna edit this conference. I'm gonna reschedule it for now. I'm gonna tell user 1 that I edited the conference. So I'm gonna save that. They should have sent an email to user 1 saying that I modified the conference. And as you can see, we can see now on today's meetings. So I'm gonna go ahead and join this video conference. And I am the organizer, so I'm gonna see this option of open room. I'm gonna go ahead and open the room. And as you can see, there's the video feed with my name, username, and the 2 sections for screen sharing, the whiteboard, and we have the chat down here. To fully demonstrate the features that were implemented, I'm going to go ahead and join user 1 from other browser window. And you're going to see we're sharing the same webcam, and that is why you see the same video feed, but as you can see, there are 2 different users. I can go ahead and choose to turn my webcam on off if I don't want a video. The same thing can do user 1. See, we don't have a video frame now. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna do screen sharing, share screen. And it gives me the option to choose which screen I want to be sharing. So I'm going to select my presentation, share, and as you can see, it goes on the right, and I'm going to be the presenter for this video conference session. I am going to share, I'm going to have user one share screen. Okay. And I'm sharing basically my home directory and user one. See, as you can see, both screens could be shared. Other users in the conference will be able to share the screen here, and interchange between the screens being shared. I can also toggle between the whiteboard and the screens back and forth. Um, Let me draw on the whiteboard from user one. As you can see, that's user one writing, and I could always go back to the show screen. Um, I could also invite more people by choosing to do so here, and we have the chat here. And if the user decides to hide the chat to get a better view, and he gets a message, he will also get notified. And as you can see there on the chat header, once I open it, I am able to see the messages from user one. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the conference by going back to the page. I could also click on leave. We also, another thing was changed was we have this new link here: view past and cancel video conferences. Here I'm gonna be able to see all the video conference that I created or that I have been invited to, but they have been canceled or they have already passed. I could also sort by either subject or moderator. I could look for search by different criteria and get the different results. Let me clear this. Okay, and here we also have the option for the screen capturing plugin, which is required in order to share the screen. So we have that option there before joining the conference. We don't have to go out and leave and install it. We have it there. If in my case I have the plugin installed, if I didn't, whenever I choose to join the conference, I will get an alert saying that I do need that plugin before I join the conference and share my screen. If I decide to cancel a video conference, I click cancel. It will alert me that you should want to cancel the conference. I'll click OK. It will go away from this page, and if you go here, you'll be able to find it by searching for it. And there it is.
Here's a demo of the new pages that the administrator is able to access. I'm currently logged into the admin's account. If he goes to users, manage away mentors, he can see the list of all the away mentors and he can search by them. He can also create an away mentor by going here, clicking create away mentor, and adding to the create my mentor page. This person is already on the create away mentor list, so it will give me an error. Carbuyer 1 is already on the create mentor list. If I then use someone else, namely me, who is not on the away mentor list right now, it will go back here. He is also able to go to manage tickets, manage priorities, and he can see the hours of the priorities. He can then change the hours of the priorities by clicking here. And he can change the reassign hours to 1 for high. He can then go back to manage tickets, manage reassign rules. These are the 3 rules he is able to manage when it comes to automated systems. This rule number 1, reassigns before given to the admin, denotes how many times a ticket will be reassigned to a new mentor before it is automatically given to the administrator. The second one is the days the mentor is saved as away, which is how many days the mentor is saved on away before the system automatically boots them off the away mentor list. And then thirdly is the tickets assigned within the next X hours will be reassigned from an away mentor, meaning that when the system gets an email that has out of office, it looks back so many hours, and from those so many hours, how many of whatever tickets were assigned within those hours, it will reassign them to a new mentor, which as you can see is currently assigned to 6. Lastly, the mentor can also manage new domain suggestions. He is able there by going to Manage Domains and then clicking Manage Domain Suggestions. As you can see here, there are quite a few already accepted domain suggestions and one that is pending. For right now, this one is garbage, so we will select View, which brings him to this page, and click Reject, which will reject the domain. Nextly, we will sign into a normal account and then ask for a new domain suggestion. I will go to Mentor Apply, go to Subject Expert, recommend new domain name, Evolution, which will be then used for the biology. For right now, create. I'll log back into the admin account. As you can see, it's still there. He can select it as a subdomain of biology and accept. Go back to Manage Domains. And then now he can see Evolution is now a subdomain of biology. This ticket is currently assigned to a test mentor 1, which I will send the system a out of office email, and then the system will then assign it to a new mentor. As you can see, it is still assigned. It's right there. I'm sending the system a new email at fiucoplat@cpdev.cs.fiu.edu with a subject auto and the body of out of office. I will have to wait 30 minutes before the system picks it up, but I will come back when that is completed. The system was able to pick up the email that was sent from Adderall and was able to reassign the ticket to a new mentor. As you can see now, the assigned questions to the test mentor 1, who is currently set as away. As you can see here, you are away. He no longer has any tickets. He also can now click the you are away, I'm back to remove himself from the away mentor list, which he is now back and being able to be assigned a ticket again. Another thing is that the tickets are reassigned according to priority. This ticket has not had a comment on it, while this ticket has. So this ticket will not be reassigned when the priority hours comes up, and this ticket will. I have to wait for the system to pick that up to showcase this. As you can see here, the tickets are now reassigned because they ran out of time. He no longer has any those tickets in his inbox that he never made a comment on, but he does have the ticket that he did make a comment on. He also has a new ticket that was assigned from a previous mentor. And last but not least, as I've shown before, as you can see here, the home page has been modified. The My Questions page, it displays the questions that the tickets that you have created. I will create a quick ticket to showcase. It is shown there. You can sort by either the subject or last activity. The assigned questions shows all the questions that you have been assigned. You can see the open and closed. You can sort by last activity. You can sort by subject. And the upcoming meetings, I'll create a quick meeting. Subject, a showcase. Now, notes, invitee. Let's put and now you can see the upcoming meetings where it says today.